Howdy, howdy, howdy. So let's talk about dog-proof baits. Dog-proof baits. And seasonal dog-proof baits. So I did a ton of research. I listened to podcasts, watched videos. I did all kinds of research on baits. Because around here we don't have a lot of raccoons. It's like I'm lucky to get one or two, maybe a season. So I wanted to be on my A game when it came to that. So I was studying all this stuff. One thing that I found, late in the year, meat-based baits, predator baits, because they're looking for the protein. They're going around looking for the protein. And it's something that Clint Locklear talked about in a podcast about how his buddy was getting skunked, wasn't catching anything, was having problems in Iowa where they have tons of raccoons, having a few problems here and there. And then with sweet bait, he was putting sweet bait in there, having problems. So he took some predator bait, put it in there, and then he started catching. Not as much as like earlier in the season, but he was catching pretty consistently. And that was because of the meat bait, and they're looking for that type of protein. Early in the year, you can use sweet stuff like candy, anything you want, sweet. Dog food, stuff like that. But, which is like a powder dog food, which is not really a lot of meat in there. Yeah, maybe high in protein, but it's not meat. It's not, the key thing in late winter is meat. So, yeah, so late winter, meat. When it's really cold, meat. I talked to Iowa Trapper about that last year. I don't know if he remembers, but that's something that I suggested him try because all the videos I watched, probably hundreds of different videos on baits, 4 or 5 different podcasts, hour-and-a-half podcasts on raccoons. Everything I could find on baits for raccoon, I've watched. If I don't think there's any left for me to watch on that subject, but that's one thing when I go out and study something, especially on YouTube, I would type something in and watch every single video that's in the line of the thing. I'll watch one after another, after another, after another, after another. I'll spend all day long watching videos, and I'll spend 2 or 3 days doing that until I'm done with that research. And then I'll go listen to podcasts for however many days until I'm done with all that subjects of podcasts. So all the raccoon podcasts, all the raccoon bait podcasts. So I literally put in the hours of studying, right? And that's because I want to know everything I can. Now, a lot of trappers out there kind of, they're like, well, why don't you try leg hole or dog proof or try Conibear or this or that, right? But the problem with that is it's just a number issue out here. I could have I could hit every single secret in the book, and the problem would be there's just not the numbers walking around. Because in Oregon, it's illegal to relocate a live raccoon. You have to kill it and get rid of it. You can't relocate them. So, and that's because of diseases, stuff like that. But there's a ton of possums, which are invasive. They weren't supposed to be here. They're invasive. So we kill him, and going down a rabbit hole, nutria, a whole another problem. But yeah, meat-based baits. Late winter meat, early winter, fall, whatever you want when it's warmer, sweet baits. Because like Clint Locklear talked about it, is they're looking for that filling protein, not just a protein. They're looking for a certain protein, meat, like predator bait. Now you can use fish and stuff like that. That works, but it spoils. That's why I say predator baits. Predator meat baits. Predator meat baits. I'll say it again for the 3rd time. Predator meat baits. Because it has preservatives and it won't rot. Right? So that's what I was going to talk about. Just predator meat bait when it's cold, cold, cold. And it may bump your numbers back up. I know Iowa Trapper last year talked about he was going out trying stuff in boxes, this and that. But he was trying like dog food in there. I suggest to him try the meat bait. Because if he does the meat bait, he could have better results from the research I have. Especially with his numbers, he should be catching a lot in the winter. A lot more than I'll catch out here. So, yeah. That's meat baits in the winter. The dog proofs. Sweet baits earlier in the year. But and then you could put like a gland lure into the set here, and you're looking for a territorial response because of mating season. I'm not going to go too far into this because I want to go inside now, but yeah, meat baits late when it's cold in the winter, early winter sweet baits, early sweet, late meat. That's what you got to do. All my research, I've watched everything. I watched everybody that like knows what they're talking about. And even some that like are new, but they didn't hit on what I was looking for. But I watched all the videos I can, right? Meat late in the year, like late in winter, when it's cold, when it's a bit warmer and they're more traveling around, sweet baits. I'll leave you with that. Have a good day. Like, comment, subscribe. Let me know your thoughts on that. It's something that I want to try a bit more of, but it is something you should try, especially if you're going after raccoon and you have the numbers to support it. Have a good day. Like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you want to see. I really got to put these videos out on the weekend. It's Saturday, and I'm going to another concert next week, or 2 weeks from now. Have a good day. Adios.